Amy wakes up before sunrise. It is still dark outside and the world is very quiet. She stretches her arms and takes a slow, deep breath. Her body feels soft and warm under the blanket. She smiles to herself because she knows this peaceful moment belongs only to her. She reaches over to her nightstand and picks up a small notebook. In this notebook, she writes three simple things she feels grateful for today: her family's health, the cozy home they share, and her chance to practice English with this story. Writing these three lines fills her heart with hope and calm. After writing, Amy rises from her bed and walks to the balcony. The cool morning air touches her face. She closes her eyes and breathes in slowly. She feels the fresh air fill her lungs. Then she breathes out, letting go of any tired thoughts. She repeats this breathing 3 times. Each breath feels like a gentle wave. Quiet birds sing in the distance. The sky begins to turn light blue. Amy stands very still, listening to the soft sounds of the morning. Next, Amy waters her small herb garden on the balcony. She has a few pots with basil, mint, and rosemary. She uses a little watering can and pours water carefully on each plant. Watching the leaves shine with fresh water brings her joy. She thinks of how life, like these plants, grows when we give it a little care. This simple task makes her feel connected to nature and ready for the day. Amy goes back inside and puts her notebook on the kitchen counter. She draws a short message on a small chalkboard. Small steps bring big change. She uses simple letters that anyone can read. This message will help her stay motivated all day long. Then she opens her favorite book and reads a short poem about kindness. The words make her smile and give her a feeling of warmth in her chest. After reading, Amy pours herself a glass of warm water with a slice of lemon. She sips it slowly, enjoying the gentle taste. She feels the warm liquid slide down her throat and bring energy to her body. While she drinks, she stands by the kitchen window and looks at the street below. A few cars pass by. The streetlights are turning off one by one as the sun rises. Amy feels grateful to live in this quiet neighborhood. Soon, Amy sits at her kitchen table with a planner. She opens the planner to today's page. At the top, she writes, "Top 3 goals." Next to that, she writes, 1. Finish first draft of blog post. 2. Answer client emails. 3. Practice new English vocabulary. She writes each goal in a bright color. Under these goals, she adds a bonus idea. Make a healthy smoothie bowl for breakfast. Writing down these goals makes her mind clearer and focused. Amy stands up and stretches again. She raises her arms above her head and reaches for the ceiling. Then, she bends at the waist and touches her toes. She rolls her shoulders and gently turns her head from side to side. These few simple stretches help wake up her muscles and make her feel strong. She changes into comfortable leggings and a soft top. This is her favorite outfit for working at home. She checks the clock. It is now 6:10 a.m. The sky is lighter, but the sun has not fully risen. Amy takes one last look at the pale sky through her window. She smiles, thankful for this quiet time of day. In these first minutes of morning, Amy does not rush. She moves slowly and with purpose. She reminds herself to be present. She notices how her body feels, how the air smells, and how her mind settles. She practices calm breathing, gentle stretches, and watering her plants. She writes in her notebook, reads a poem, and sets clear goals. Each small step builds her confidence and energy. By the time she finishes her water and stands up, is tea, Amy is ready. Her heart feels light. Her mind feels clear. The quiet morning has given her a gentle boost of energy. She closes her planner and takes a deep breath. With one final look at her chalkboard message, small steps bring big change. Amy steps into the next part of her day. She is inspired, focused, and grateful. This peaceful morning routine has prepared her to learn, work, and care for her family with a calm and happy heart. Amy finishes her morning rituals and hears soft footsteps in the hallway. Emma opens her bedroom door and peeks out, yawning. Max follows, rubbing his eyes and clutching his favorite toy. David, Amy's husband, appears with a gentle smile. Together, they walk into the kitchen where Amy has set the table with colorful bowls and fresh fruit. Today's breakfast is a special smoothie bowl. Amy blends frozen berries, banana, and yogurt with a splash of orange juice until the mixture is smooth and thick. She pours the bright purple smoothie into each bowl. Emma reaches out to add sliced strawberries, and Max sprinkles granola on top. They work side by side, arranging the fruit so that each bowl looks like a small rainbow. Amy praises their creativity and reminds them that healthy food can be fun to make and eat. While the children finish the smoothie bowls, Amy quickly makes whole grain pancakes on the stove. She uses a simple batter and pours small rounds into the hot pan. When the pancakes turn golden brown, she stacks them on a plate. Emma and Max help by decorating the pancakes with blueberries and a little honey. They make happy faces and simple shapes, laughing as they place each fruit piece. David brings mugs of warm tea for Amy and himself, while the children choose glasses of milk. Before they all sit down to eat, Amy introduces a question of the day. She writes on a small whiteboard, "What makes you smile today?" Emma thinks for a moment and answers, "Playing with my friends at school." Max smiles shyly and says, "Reading my favorite book with Dad." David shares that he is happy about a new project at work. Amy adds that teaching her children healthy breakfast ideas makes her smile. This simple exchange brings them closer and helps the children practice speaking English. They gather around the table and taste their breakfast creations. Emma uses the word creamy to describe the smoothie bowl, and Max says the pancakes are sweet and soft. Amy encourages them to try new words, such as colorful, delicious, and nourishing. Each time they use a new word correctly, Amy gives them a small cheer. The children beam with pride at their new vocabulary. After eating, it is time to clean up. Amy hands Emma a soft cloth and asks her to wipe the table, while Max helps collect the bowls and spoons. David rinses the dishes in the sink. To make chores more engaging, Amy reminds the children of their chore chart. Each day they complete a task, they earn a sticker. Emma places a sticker next to table wiped, and Max adds one for bowls collected. Seeing the growing line of stickers on the chart gives them a sense of accomplishment and responsibility. With the kitchen tidy, David gathers the school bags and lunches that Amy prepared the night before. He helps Emma secure her backpack, and Max fastens his jacket. Amy checks that each child has their books, water bottle, and snack. They share a quick family hug before David leads the children out the door. Amy stands at the doorway, waving until they are safely inside the car. Once they leave, Amy closes the door and takes a deep breath. The kitchen is quiet again, but it feels full of warmth from the shared smiles and laughter. She glances at the chore chart and gives herself a mental high five for creating a caring and cooperative morning routine. In this heart of the home, Amy finds strength in the simple acts of cooking, conversation, and uh, sta, and then teamwork. These moments with her family remind her that connection and love make every day brighter and more meaningful. Amy finds herself alone in the quiet house after David drives Emma and Max to school. She closes the front door gently and takes a deep breath. The echo of the children's laughter still lingers in the rooms. For a moment, she stands in the hallway and listens to the soft hum of the refrigerator and the distant sound of birds outside. This calm, empty space reminds her that it is time to focus on her work. She walks down the short corridor to her home office. The room is small but bright, with a simple wooden desk and a comfortable chair. On the desk sits her laptop, a notebook, and a small potted plant that she cares for each day. Amy turns on her desk lamp and opens her laptop. She smiles at the sight of her workspace. To start, she makes a cup of herbal tea. The warm steam rises in gentle swirls. She breathes in the light scent of chamomile and feels her mind settle. Amy sits at her desk and opens her planner. She glances at the list of goals she wrote earlier, finish the first draft of her blog post, answer client emails, and practice new English vocabulary. She chooses the first task and prepares to write. To help her stay focused, she uses the Pomodoro technique. She sets a timer for 25 minutes. Work, she says softly to herself and begins to type. As her fingers move across the keyboard, ideas flow steadily. She writes about healthy breakfast ideas and how a morning routine can shape the rest of the day. She lets her thoughts pour out without stopping. When the timer rings, she stops and leans back in her chair. She smiles at the words on the screen. She has written a strong opening paragraph. Now it is time for a short break. Amy stands and does a quick desk workout. She places her hands on the edge of the desk and does 10 chair push-ups. Then she moves behind her chair, holds the seat, and does 10 small dips. These simple exercises wake up her muscles. She feels energy return to her body. After the mini workout, she stretches her arms overhead and gently bends side to side. She takes a sip of her tea and returns to her desk. She resets the timer for another 25 minutes and continues writing. This time, she edits and improves her first paragraph. She checks for clear sentences and correct vocabulary. Every time she notices a phrase that could be stronger, she types a new word from her word bank note on the sticky paper next to her keyboard. Words like balance, nourishing, and mindful help her describe ideas clearly. When the timer rings again, she pauses and stands up to take another break. For her mid-morning break, Amy steps onto the balcony. The air is mild, and the sunlight filters through the leaves of a small tree. She waters the tree and then sprinkles seeds for the birds. She watches a small sparrow hop near the feeder. Its soft chirping makes her smile. She closes her eyes and practices a 1 minute affirmation. I am creative and capable. Saying these words aloud fills her with confidence. Back inside, Amy returns to her desk and opens her email. She answers messages from her clients with friendly and professional words. She thanks them for their patience and explains the next steps for each project. Her clear, polite messages earn her positive replies. She feels proud of her careful work and communication. Now, Amy reviews her blog post draft. She reads it from start to finish, checking for flow and accuracy. She adds a few more details about how families can enjoy breakfast together. She rearranges sentences so that each idea follows the next in a smooth way. Once she is satisfied, she saves the document and sends it to her editor. She watches the spinning icon on her screen and knows the file is on its way. After sending the draft, she opens her planner and makes a done list. She crosses off the first task, the second task, and the vocabulary practice she completed during writing. Seeing these check marks gives her a warm feeling of accomplishment. She writes a short note at the bottom of the page. Well done, Amy. Take a rest. Before leaving her office, she writes down afternoon plans. She notes, pick up the children at 3 o'clock, grocery shopping, and a family walk after dinner. She folds the planner closed and places a small sticker on the page to mark today's success. Amy stretches one last time and takes a final sip of tea. She stands, feeling both calm and energized. In the quiet house, she knows she has built a morning of productivity and personal growth. She smiles at her workspace and feels ready for the rest of the day, knowing she will carry this balance and focus into every afternoon task and family moment. Amy's morning journey shows how small, thoughtful actions can shape a day filled with calm, connection, and creativity. She began her day in quiet reflection, writing down 3 things she was grateful for, breathing deeply on her balcony, and caring for her small herb garden. These simple steps set a positive tone. Then she shared laughter and teamwork, preparing a colorful smoothie bowl and pancakes with her family. Question of the Day chats helped Emma and Max practice new words while growing closer. Finally, Amy moved to her home office, used focused work sessions with short breaks, and celebrated each task completed with a done list. She ended her morning feeling both productive and peaceful. The deeper lesson is that a balanced routine, one that honors self care, family bonds, and personal growth, builds a strong foundation for every part of life. When you start your day with intention, gratitude, and little rituals that make you smile, you carry that positive energy into work, study, or time with loved ones. You can apply this by choosing 3 simple morning habits. Perhaps writing a brief gratitude note, sharing a friendly question over breakfast, and working in short, focused intervals. These actions need only a few minutes, but can change how you feel and perform all day. Congratulations on listening through Amy's full story. By following her journey, you have practiced English listening, learned new vocabulary like grateful and nourishing and pomodoro, and seen how to describe daily routines clearly. What habit helped Amy feel calm at the very start of her day? A. Writing in her gratitude journal. B. Drinking a cup of coffee. Comment your answer A or B below. If you enjoyed this story and improved your English listening skills, please subscribe to our channel. Your support gives us the motivation to create more valuable content. If you'd like to help cover our production costs and keep this channel free for learners, please consider making a small donation. Thank you for learning with us.